Turtle and Hughes Rockwell Authorized Service Provider Technical Videos. Stratix Configuration Essentials Settings. Stratix Express Setup. Multi-mode and single-mode versions of Express Setup are available depending on your switch and iOS release. With iOS release 15.2 for EA3 or later, all switches use multi-mode. All previous versions use single-mode. Multi-mode Express Setup enables you to configure network settings in either Device Manager or the Studio 5000 Logix Designer application. Options include short press mode, medium press mode, or long press mode. For this video, we will focus on short press mode, which utilizes Express Setup to enter the initial IP address of the switch. You can then configure additional network settings via Device Manager. Before you begin, do the following. Disable other networks in your system. Set your computer to determine its IP address automatically versus statically. Disable static DNS servers. Disable any wireless interfaces on your computer. Disable browser proxy settings. And make sure that at least one switch Ethernet port is available for Express Setup. Please note, the following video is a full-length example of the timing sequences for both Power Up and Express Setup. Apply power to the switch. When the switch powers on, it begins its power on sequence. The power on sequence can take as many as 90 seconds to complete. Make sure that the power on sequence has completed by verifying the EIP mod and setup status indicators are flashing green. If the switch fails the power on sequence, the IEP mod status indicator turns red. If you do not press the Express Setup button within 5 minutes after the power on sequence is completed, the status indicator turns off. However, you can still run Express Setup after the setup status indicator turns off. Press and hold the Express Setup button until the setup status indicator flashes green during seconds 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then release. The switch selects a port to use for Express Setup. Connect a category 5, 6, or 7 Ethernet cable from the flashing switch port to the Ethernet port on a computer. Once you connect the switch to the computer, the following occurs. The status indicator for the port connected to the computer changes from flashing green to solid green. The switch acts as a DHCP server on VLAN 1000 with an address of 169.254.0.1. The switch assigns the computer an IP address of 169.254.0.2 on VLAN 1000, and the setup status indicator changes from flashing green to solid green. While the setup status indicator flashes green, start an internet browser session on the personal computer and navigate to 169.254.0.1. Enter the default username, admin, and the default switch password, switch. Complete the fields shown on this screen. Please note, to view fields for Common Industrial Protocol, you must click Advanced Settings. If no advanced settings are needed, press Submit. The switch initializes its configuration for typical industrial Ethernet IP applications. The switch then redirects you to the logon page for the Device Manager web interface. You can continue to launch the Device Manager web interface for further configuration or exit the application. This concludes today's video. Please look out for more from the Turtle & Hughes Authorized Service Provider team.